You may be able to see that as I click on this complex shape through here, that it consists of a number of arcs that are joined to one another. The center point of those arcs is somewhat scattered, and if I escape from there, if you look at the shape along here, it's not perhaps as smooth as we would like. And you might want to use a polyline to define this area through here. So let's remove all of the arcs that are presently there, and I'll erase those. If we now turn on our layer that I've called an ellipse, and you notice that I've locked it, turn it on now, an ellipse shows through here. So what I could now do is use the point command to set a few points around here that will enable us to draw a polyline, a rather smoother polyline, we would hope, than the one we already have. You could also use it to put some arcs through here if you like. What I'll do next is to extend this line here through to the ellipse. So it's modify and extend. The boundary is the ellipse, and then we select the line and extend it through. Well, I've extended this line in the zone through here as well to meet with the ellipse. Now what we want to do is trim it off at that point to get a nice shape for that garden bed area. To do that, an ellipse is best exploded first before we do that operation. So now we're going to modify and trim, and the cutting edges will be that line and that line, the two lines we've just extended, and we'll cut off that part of the ellipse. Now you notice what happens, the ellipse extends way out. But what you can do then is select hit the escape key, then select that rather strange looking ellipse, and you can bring it into its correct position. And we've done it. So now we have quite a nice shape running through this area. We can still play with that shape if we want, bend it out just a little, and it stays anchored at the points that we want. So now we've got maybe we've got a shape that more closely matches what we were after, without the little jinx in the polyline that was previously there. You still have control over what remains of that ellipse. You can click it here. You can move it in and out and bend it just a little. If you play with this control, you're squeezing it in, and if you play with this handle out here, you are shrinking it a little bit. You're losing control of the ends. So the handle to play with is this one here, where you can bend it in and out, changing your shape, where the end points are not going to change a great deal. They will change if you stretch it way in, but you've got a reasonable play there. That's because you've got Bezier curves here now, and it gives you quite a nice flowing and informal curve, and you might in this design need to move some of your plants around. So if we come back here and bring it in to that point there, we are much closer to the original designer's aim for that ellipse running through there. So I hope that tells you a little about the use of the ellipse command.